Hey, welcome. Welcome to another nice Yin Yang class. I'm very happy that you're all joining and and that you feel good. I hope to take you with me in the class today with a little bit of yin, a little bit of yang, a little bit of nice movement. And I'm going to start with a very nice story. So you can just come lay down, make it yourself comfortable. And then I'm going to read you this story about a game. So we're going to start with a nice little game this morning. So make it yourself comfortable. We do also some yin poses. So for yin, it's always nice to have a little bit of props, maybe a blanket, maybe a block. And for the last shavasana, it's always nice to have something warm with you. So I hope you made a nice spot for yourself at home. And then let's get started. So we start this class laying down on our back. Feel the contact points with your body and the floor. Maybe you can feel the heels, a part of your calf muscles, part of the back of your legs, part of your buttocks. Maybe you can feel your shoulder blades touching the floor. And then the back of the head. And bring your focus towards the spine. How does your spine feel? How do you experience your spine? And allow the muscles around the spine to soften. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the elbows. Relaxing the wrist. Your hands, your fingers. Relaxing the face. Relaxing the eyes, the nose, the cheeks. Relaxing the lips. Relaxing the mouth, the lips, and even the gums and the teeth. Relaxing the jaws. Relaxing the hips and the buttocks. Relaxing the thighs, the knees. Relaxing the ankles. Softening the feet, the heels, the toes. And then I'm going to read you something about a game. So imagine yourself a game. Imagine a game. The most amazing, mysterious game you've ever devised. Everybody's playing it, but nobody knows they are playing it. Everybody has forgotten. There are no rules to this game, except the rules that you play by. There is no goal, except the goal you are aiming for. Nobody wins the game, but nobody loses either. The grand prize and the booby prize are the same, the game itself. There is no escape from the game. Even the attempt to escape the game is part of the game. And if anyone thinks they've escaped the game, well, that's part of the game too. If anyone thinks that they understand the game, that they are an authority on the game, or that they can teach you how to win the game, that is also part of the game. Everything that happens in the game is perfectly appropriate for the player. It seems as though the game was designed for you. That's part of the game. The game seems personal, but it's also totally universal. It's your game, and yet everybody is playing the same game. This too is part of the game. As long as you are playing this game, you can't go wrong. Want to play? Sorry, you have no choice. You are already in the middle of it. The game is already being played. The game is life itself. And if you are hearing this message, the game is already complete. This is the game talking to itself, reminding itself that it is complete. And now you are free to play. So let's start the game. Let's start playing the game. Maybe move a little bit with your ankles, big circles of the ankle joint. Moving the wrists. They can also join the game. And then straighten the left leg a little bit more. So maybe you place the left leg a little bit more towards the midline of the body. And then you bend the right knee. Gonna interlock the fingers around the right knee. And just gonna play a little bit with the right knee, with the right hip. Feel how the joints, the inner growings react. Explore. All kind of corners. And maybe there's one spot you actually like to stay. You can take a deep breath in. And exhale, see if you can sink a little bit more into that sweet spot of your right hip. And then you're going to straighten that right leg out as much as it goes. If you can, interlace the fingers around your thigh. And some of you maybe can interlace or behind your thigh, behind your knee. Some of you can maybe even grab it higher. So interlace around the calf or ankle. But be very mild. And then again, move the right ankle. Maybe you want to draw something nice with your right foot. Explore which muscles are contracting and releasing. And then stretch a little bit more of the hamstring, the back of your leg. And maybe pushing your right heel a bit away from you, the toes towards your body. And then bend the right knee. And then slowly place the right foot back to the earth. And slide it out. And both legs are straight again. Just feel maybe the difference between left and right. And then you're gonna bend the left knee, interlace the fingers around the left knee. And also here we're playing a little bit with the left knee. It's a nice idea to sometimes just think it's all a game. We're in the middle of it. It's all a game. Exploring the left hip, moving gentle, moving the knee maybe a bit inwards and outwards, or pulling the left knee towards the left shoulder, and then pulling it towards the right shoulder. So just in a different angle you can find stretches, opening. And then you straighten that left leg out, and then you can interlock again your hands around your left leg. Anywhere where it feels good for you. And then start to move your left ankle. Maybe have a look at your own left foot. Maybe if your left foot is all over your head, maybe you don't want to look towards your left foot. Just keep your neck in a neutral position. Moving the left ankle. And then see if you can straightening the left leg a little bit more. Really try to push the heel away from you and the toes towards your own face. And then slowly bend the left knee again, placing the left foot onto the floor and straighten the left leg out. And feel maybe again the difference between left and right. And then bring both knees into the chest, placing both hands on top of the knees, and make some nice circling movements, or just rocking from left to right. Or when that feels better for you, just stay still. And then we're going to try to open the knees and try to straightening the legs and let the hands rest on the inside of your legs. Just feel the stretch. If the knees are a bit bent, that's okay. Feel the opening on the inside of the legs. So your hands are on the inside of your thighs. And then slowly you can bend your knees and bringing the knees towards each other again. Placing the left foot onto the earth, placing the right ankle on top of the left knee or just below the knee. Interlace the fingers around your left thigh and come into this number 4 stretch. Still feel the contact points with your body and the earth. And breathe into that stretch. Sometimes a small movement with the body moving towards the left or to the right can actually just bring you to that sweet spot of the stretch in your right hip. And slowly come out. And then keep your right knee on top of your left thigh. And then just drop both knees over towards the right. So you get a stretch here on the left side of your body by your left hip. You can keep your arms wherever you like to keep them. And then slowly come up. And then we're changing sides. So the right foot goes down. And then the left ankle on top of the right thigh, just below the knee. And then interlace the fingers around the right thigh. Or when you have the space around the right knee. And then breathe, maybe move a bit left or right. Breathe into that stretch you might feel. You might want to relax your head a little bit more by bringing a pillow under your head. It can be nice in this pose. And then let go of the interlock and place the right foot back to the floor. And then just guide. So your left ankle is still onto your right thigh, your right knee, close to your knee. And drop both knees over towards the left. And now you feel a stretch somewhere on the right side of your body. And just a couple of breaths here. And slowly come back up. And then take hold of your kneecaps, so behind your knees. So the back of your knees, I mean. So you really hold the back of the knees, pull the navel in and see if you can rock and roll forward and backwards a couple of times. And then the next time when you come to the front, you can stay here and come into a butterfly pose. You can round the spine and just come forward. No need to pull or push. Maybe just wiggle a little bit towards the left, towards the right. Relaxing the face, relaxing the eyes. And just play a little bit with your body here. It's all part of the game. Feeling muscles relaxing. Feeling maybe tension. And then place your hands in front of your feet. And then just move both hands and both arms and your upper body a bit towards the left. And then just hang in here, just feel the reaction of your body. Maybe even move a bit over towards that left knee, all the way to the side if that feels good. And then slowly come back towards the center. And then move over towards the right. Find that sweet spot again and just allow yourself to release. Release any tension of the body. And slowly come back towards the center. Maybe one more time, just rocking the boat a little bit. Left to right. And then we slowly come out of this pose. And then we come into all fours, hands and knees. So roll onto your knees or come in your own creative way onto hands and knees. And then take a deep breath in, arching the spine, look up. Exhale, rounding the spine, look towards your own navel and pull the navel in. Inhale, relaxing the front of the body, moving the shoulder blades towards each other, really squeeze them together. And exhale, pressing the hands towards the floor and the shoulder blades move away from each other. Inhale, just softening and opening and playing with your body here. And then come back towards the center, move parallel towards the floor. First clockwise, a couple of rounds. And then anti-clockwise. And then move in a way that these cat and cow poses and the moving parallel towards the floor actually get integrated with each other. So we're moving a bit like cat and cow, but we're still see if we can move parallel towards the floor. And if you find yourself thinking too much, then let it go and just move freestyle. I don't want you to go into too much into the mind. This is just a nice way to really warm up the body. And then slowly come back towards the center. And then you can tuck your toes and slowly come up into a downward facing dog. If you want, you can bend one knee and try to straighten the other leg. Have a moment here to settle into your down dog. And then bend both knees, look between your hands, slowly step by step. You walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Feet are pointing forward still, and hold the opposite elbow and hang into a forward fold. Maybe you also want to move a little bit, be maybe a little bit more playful here. But maybe stillness is just what you actually need. And let's go of your Elbows bending the knees and slowly roll yourself up. And come to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in, lengthening the arms overhead. And on an exhale, forward fold and down. On an inhale, come up halfway. And on an exhale, only the right leg back. Lowering down that right knee. And then take a deep breath in, reach your arms up. And then sink maybe a little bit more into your right hip forward. And then start to move your wrist and your fingers, like if you're a flamenco dancer, just in all kind of directions, because it's a game. And the game has started, and you can really just dance. And it's also warming up the wrist and the fingers, so really move with the fingers, with the wrists, in all kind of forms and directions. I know it probably looks so much better how you do it, so it cannot really get worse. But this is my game. So we're dancing, moving the fingers, moving the wrist. And then slowly come back, bringing the hands towards the floor and step into your downward facing dog. If you want, stay a little bit more still or make the dog a little bit more dynamic. And then lifting up the right leg, bringing that right foot all the way forward and place it in between your hands. And you know what to do when it's not there in one time. Just try it, it's part of the game. Take a deep breath in, arms up. And now, instead of dancing with your fingers, you can still dance with your fingers and your wrist, but focus more onto your elbows. So your elbows are actually really are now leading the dance. And the rest is just following. So where it was maybe a little bit more like fluent, and it feels different when you give your fingers the lead or your elbows the lead. It feels more like a robot, the elbows, at least in my game. So let me know how it is in your game. Okay, bring both hands down, back to the floor. Tuck your left foot and step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, bringing that left foot all the way back. Bringing the left knee to the floor and walk your hands on top of your knee. Now see if you can just relax the right arm to the side. So that's next towards, well, both arms to the side so you can actually see it. And then bringing the left arm up and then start to bend sideways. And maybe some of you can reach the floor, maybe not. And if you had a block or a book, it's also nice to place that maybe on the right side of your hip. So it's just easier to balance. And if you don't have a block or a book, then it's probably part of your game. Just feel the stretch on the left side, the front here. Slowly come back and then bring yourself into a downward facing dog. And again, maybe a bit more stillness in down dog. Maybe a little bit more wiggling.
try it out to find out what you need. Sometimes you don't know, and to figure it out all with the mind is just a very tiring business. So start doing, just start, and then you will soon find out. Okay, lifting up the left leg, bringing that left foot all the way forward in between your hands, lowering down that right knee. If you want to play with the block, then place your block now on the left side of your hip, and if not, it's perfect. Inhale, arms up. No, inhale, not, arms down. Only the right arm goes up. Breathe in, and then lean towards the left. And here you can just finding the balance without a block. Maybe you can use the book or the block or the floor. Maybe you're touching the floor. Maybe not. It's not necessary. You can also play without the block. And slowly come out. And then we're going to tuck the right foot. And then we're going to step the right foot all the way forward. And then inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Separate your feet a little bit. Take a deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, bend over towards the left. Inhale, arms up. And bend over towards the right. Inhale, up. Exhale again to the left. Maybe hold the right wrist to pull a little bit more. Lengthening the side of the body. And go back. And then bend over towards the right. Pull the navel in. Maybe grabbing the left wrist. And slowly come back. Bringing the feet again hip distance apart or together. Hands in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Lifting up the right leg. And now bend the right knee. And then with your right knee, you're going to draw the number 8. Or the infinity sign. Or anything you like to draw. To really play here with the hip. Keep the left knee, keep the left leg strong. Keep the left quadriceps, the thigh muscles really active. Pressing the top of the fingers firm into the floor and keep pressing your heart towards your left thigh, so away from your hands. Okay, and then bring your right foot all the way forward and step it in between your hands and lowering down that left knee, relaxing the left foot. And then walk your hands a bit backwards. And then see if you can get that hamstring stretch on the back of your right leg. Then take a deep breath in, sink into the hips, arms up. Then exhale, move backwards and get that hamstring stretch. So you can keep doing this or move with your arms up and then also move with your arms backwards and make that dance again with your hands and your fingers. So you can do it more maybe with your hands flowing around or focusing only on the legs, because that is maybe exactly what is needed or what is actually just shown by your game. Okay. And then the next time when we come forward, you stay here. What you're gonna do, I'm gonna turn my back now towards you, but I'm gonna take this lower part of my left leg towards the, oh, sorry, I'll go the other way. This is a really weird pose. I have to go to the other side, so I'm actually gonna look to you. I'm gonna bring my left knee towards the short side of the mat. So this is where we're going to be. The right foot is still pointing forward to the mat, and the left leg is onto the floor, bent,
and the lower leg is parallel to the short side of the mat. Okay, so I hope you're now there. It was a bit confusing to get here, but it's part of the game. Okay, now we're gonna place the right arm on top of the right leg, and we're gonna sink maybe a bit into the hip, just a tiny little bit, not too much. You don't want to bring your knee all the way over, but you want to find length in the left side of your body. So it's really just a modification of side angle bend. Now bringing the left arm all the way back to the floor. Now gently going to straighten this right leg and now open in this kind of wow thing form. Now we're going to move a little bit from this side to the other side, but again make it a little bit more dancey and playful today. So you just move to one side stretch over towards the other modification of wow thing. 2 more times. Breathe. Feel the body. Feel the stretch. Isn't it yummy to just be playful with your own body? One more time. Okay, and then slowly come up and then turn your left leg again straight, how we got into it. And then we're gonna place the hands next towards your right foot, tucking the toes, and just bring your right leg all the way back and up, bending the right knee and opening up that hip. And then slowly place your right foot back again. Lifting up the left leg. Bend the left knee and start to draw. Nice drawings. Number 8s. Infinity signs. Exploring that left hip. And still trying to stay in this downward facing dog. And then we're going to place that left foot all the way in between our hands and we're lowering down that right knee. We're going to try to straighten that left leg, finding that hamstring stretch. And then moving forward again, sinking the weight a bit into the hips. You can stay here, just very gentle moving to the front, to the back, focusing on the legs, on the hips. Or when you go forward, really rise up with your arms and be playful with the fingers and the wrist. Dancing forward. You can also lift up your left toes, balancing onto your heel. It's all just the game, so be playful. Now you're free. If you know it, then you're free to play the game. I wish I could really see you all doing this now. I think it would look very, very beautiful. Okay, slowly come back, and now we have this weird transition again. So now I'm going to turn my back towards you by bringing my lower leg from the right leg parallel towards the floor. And here we are in this, I don't know, I feel like a bit like a knight, like a guard. So maybe we have to call it the guard pose. Placing the left arm on top of the left thigh and stretching out the right arm over the right ear for this modification of a side angle bend, finding the stretch along the whole right side of the body, but also trying to keep length in the left side of the body. We don't want to just crunch it there. Okay, we're moving slowly over all the way with the right arm to the back of the mat. Try to straighten that left leg and fly with your left arm over. And then we're gonna go back again and move just forwards and backwards in your own pace. Maybe make some nice movement with the arms, dance. Okay, one last time. And then we come back to this night pose. And then we're gonna turn our right leg straight again and we're in this lunge position. And then bring the hands flat onto the earth and slide your left foot all the way back and up, bending the left knee and opening up the hip. And then slowly come back towards a downward facing dog. And then bend both knees, look between your hands and slowly come all the way forward. And then widening your feet and come into a squat pose. And then scoop your hands as if you're taking the energy of the earth all the way up and finding that length, and then just wash yourself with the energy of the earth. Let's do that again. You're gonna scoop the energy off the earth and you just wash yourself. And if you think this is crazy, well, it's part of the game. Just go crazy with it. Really scoop the energy of the earth and wash yourself into this nice grounding energy. One more time, really scoop it all over yourself. Wash yourself with this nice firm ground. And then come to the front of your mat again. Take a deep breath in, really reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Lifting up the right leg, bend the right knee and opening up the hip. And swinging your right foot all the way forward. And then make a little bit more space by bringing your right foot a bit to the right. And both hands are going towards the inside. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, just come down into the hips, bend the elbows into Gecko pose. All the way up, find your weight into your left hand and swing your right arm up and really open. Slowly come back, bringing your right foot again towards the center. Swipe it all the way to the back, bending the right knee, opening up the hip, and flip your downward facing dog into this wild thing pose. And slowly come back. Bending, first straightening the left leg up, bending the left knee and opening up the hip. Bringing that left foot all the way forward in between your hands and come up into a high lunge. I forgot it, but I think we actually went into the dragon pose immediately, no? I completely forgot it, but I think so. So we're gonna make a little bit more space with your left foot all the way to the outside. Take a deep breath in, all the way up, and on an exhale, Gecko pose. And then come up, bringing all the weight into the right hand and twist open. And then slowly come back and then make a little bit more. Bring your left foot again back towards the center. And then lift it up. Bend your left knee, opening up the hip and flip your downward facing dog. And then slowly come back and then come into a pose of a child. And from here, slowly come lay down onto your belly. And then place your hands on top of each other. And place the forehead onto your hands or onto your wrists. And place the legs together. Pressing the legs towards the floor, or actually you're pressing your feet towards the floor, because when you activate your legs, your knees are off the floor. Pull the navel in, and then take a deep breath in, and then lift up your hands, your arms, and your head. Tiny little bit off the floor. Keep on breathing, keep on lifting. And then you can just relax. Separate your legs again. Shake out your hips. Legs together. Activate the legs. Knees are off the floor. Press the feet into the earth. Take a deep breath in and lift up your head. Lift up your arms. Keep on breathing. Keep on lifting. And relax. Separate your legs again. Okay, one more time. Bringing the legs together. Activate the legs, activate the core. Take a deep breath in. Lift up your head, lift up your hands. So your hands stay connected with the forehead. And if you inhale, you can maybe lift up a little bit higher. Try to hold that on your exhale. Inhale a little bit higher. And slowly come back. Very, very good. Relax. Maybe your favorite ear onto the earth. You can relax your arms. And then you're going to bring your arms to the front. Activate your arms. Really find length. So you're still on your belly. Your arms are straight. Your legs are straight. Just reaching, 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 reaching. Okay, then lift up your head. And now move your right arm under your left arm. As much as it goes. And your left arm, it's just like this little spider's walk again towards the right side. It looks different with everyone, but you feel probably a stretch on the right shoulder. And if you can, just drop your chin to the arms, or otherwise take a book or a block and rest your head or your chin or your forehead onto a block. If you feel too much or this is not working, maybe walk your arms a bit more forward. And see if you can find length. So you actually walk, the two spiders, they want to walk away from you. And you can relax your legs as you want it. So I like to spread my legs a little bit wider. We're going to hold this for 1 minute. So really surrender in this shoulder stretch. You relax your buttocks a little bit more. Softening the breath. Okay, one more deep breath here. And then, maybe you need someone to help you to get out of this pose. No, I'm sure you can do this, but it can feel really, really stiff. Okay, bring your arms to the front again and just straighten arms, straighten legs, and have a moment here. And slowly come up again with your head. Make these little spiders of your fingers. And then moving the left arm under the right and really try to straighten it and walk it away from you. So you get that stretch on the side of your left shoulder. And now you're going to walk this right arm over. You have to maybe wiggle a little bit into it. Maybe you can feel it still on the right shoulder. I'm going to separate my legs a little bit again, shake my hips to really make sure that my buttock muscles can relax in this. And then just sink into the shoulders here. If you like this stretch, I did a whole shoulder class as well the other day. So if you want to do more of the shoulder work, you can still find also another class from me working a lot on the shoulders, stretching them but also strengthening them. And then take one more breath here. And then very slowly come out. You maybe feel like you cannot move your arms anymore. And then bringing your arms alongside your body, your favorite ear, your favorite cheek onto the earth. And just have a moment here to relax the shoulders. Maybe start to move a bit your fingers, shake a little bit your hips from left to right. And slowly push yourself into a child pose. So you can relax your arms a little bit more if it's working for you to come into a child pose with your knees a bit together and your arms alongside your body. But maybe you can also separate your knees actually a little bit wider. And then you can still bring your arms alongside your body. Just see what's working. Really breathe into the lower back. Feel that if you breathe in deep, that you can really expand this rib cage, the muscles all the way around the spine, creating space from the inside out.
And very slowly roll yourself up.
And then come into a mermaid pose by bringing your buttocks to one side of your heels. So it's the mermaid pose. You can sit really nice. It's nice to take pictures. And we're gonna go into a twist, and we're gonna twist both ways so you can feel the difference. So first we bring the left arm on top of the right knee, and the right hand is behind you. Take a deep breath in, find length, and exhale, twist over towards the right. Every inhale, really find length, and every exhale, twist a tiny little bit deeper in this mermaid pose. And slowly come back. And then we're gonna bring the right hand on top of the left knee. If that's not working, then bring it on the right knee as well. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist over towards the other side. So just feel the difference. And slowly come back. And then we, of course, mermaid towards the other side. So the feet are going to the right and the knees are going to the left. So you just sit actually next towards your feet. Right hand on top of the left knee, left hand behind you. Take a deep breath in and just twist, open, smile. And don't push yourself too much in this twist. Just explore, like, oh, what do I feel? Do I need to place my left hand a bit more here or a bit more there? What is the right position for my right hand? It's all a game, so you can just, discover this beautiful game. Slowly come back, and then we counter twist all the way towards the other side. And slowly come towards the center, bringing the feet to the front. We're gonna do a forward fold with one leg. So you're gonna bend that right knee, and you have three options. Option one is to come into Janur Sasasana. It's the Sanskrit name for the seated tree pose. So this is where you have your left leg straight and your right foot like this. Option two will be the right leg all the way over for a half shoelace. Or the third one is to bring that right knee all the way back and come into the runner pose. So choose your option, tree pose, half shoelace, or runner's pose. Take a deep breath in, find length into the spine, and exhale, fold over your left leg. Very gentle, and also maybe here today, move a little bit from left to right, exploring. And slowly come out again. And then we're gonna change the side. So take the other option, or with the other leg, you take the same option you did with your right leg. Inhale, finding length. And exhale, slowly come forward and down. And slowly come out of this pose and bring both legs to the front and just give them a nice little shake. Moving left to right. Then come into this double pigeon pose. So we're squaring more or less the right shin bone towards the short side of the mat. And the left knee, the left heel, goes over and we're going to place it in front of the right knee. So the two lower legs are a bit parallel towards the short side of the mat. If you have very open hips, then you can place also the right heel on top of the you can place the left heel, I'm all confused in this game, it's the confusing game, I'm the confuser. You're going to place the left heel on top of the right knee. Now when the distance between this left knee and the right foot is really big, like this, like mine, I would not recommend to place that ankle on top. If it's very close, yes. But this is super, super, super uncomfortable and there's a lot of force onto the knee and onto the hips. So place it onto the floor, and if you're doubting, place it onto the floor. Because I'm sure you can feel it like this as well. Now placing the hands behind you and finding length. Really sink into the hips. And then now slowly come forward. And then you can just surrender. Maybe you want to go a little bit more towards the left. Maybe you want to go a little bit more towards the right with your upper body. And maybe if you want to support your head onto something, then grab maybe something to rest your head on. It's a pose where you can feel it a lot on either one side of the hip or both sides of the hips. If you feel it on both sides of the hips, you're lucky. Okay, very slowly come out. And then before we move to the other side, we just give our legs a little bit of a shake. You're rocking a little bit again, the hips. And now we first do the left leg, the left shin bone parallel towards the short side of the mat, and the right heel goes over. If you feel pain in the knee, you can always support also with the block the knee. Okay, and if it's really too much, you can also bring your foot a little bit in. If it's not feeling good for your knees. So be careful for your knees. Inhale, finding length, and exhale, coming forward and down. And then see if you want to move a bit towards the left again or towards the right. Just sink into this pose. Do you feel it maybe more on the left hip or on the right hip? Or again, maybe both hips. So this is called square pose. It's a double pigeon. It's quite of a strong hip opener here. So try to softening and just really sink into this pose, sink into this, into your body, into this moment. And very slowly come out of this pose. And then we are stretching the legs out again. Give them a little shake or rub them. Okay, and then we're going to do one more thing before we move into Shavasana. So grab everything you want already for Shavasana. And this is actually really nice to do when we have a big group of people, but let's see if you can scare your neighbors a little bit. So what we're going to do for about 10 seconds, you're going to step with your feet onto the floor and make sounds with your hands. And if you want, you can also make some sounds by the mouth, like wah! So just see if you how loud you want to make it. And yeah, let's see if you can scare some neighbors. And what we do after that, so I'm gonna join you, but I'm also just gonna count in my head, and then I'm gonna stop. So when it's quiet, then you can just join into Shavasana, and I'll wake you up. So make yourself ready, and then yeah. So what is nice about it is really to feel the energy. I wonder if I'm going to scare some people here as well. Okay, take a deep breath in. And then just start. Make noise, make noise, make noise. And stop. And then you can feel your breath, and you can feel the sensations of your hands and your fingers and your toes. Shavasana, a well-deserved Shavasana, and also this is part of the game. The game, it's life itself. Relax. Slow down. Just feel the body. Go back to the contact points with your body and the earth again. Really feel how you are being carried. Something is carrying you. Slowly start to activate your breath again. Wiggle your fingers, wiggling your toes. And bringing your hands towards your face and just give yourself a nice spiritual wash, massaging your neck, your forehead, maybe your hair, your head, your forehead, your eyebrows. skin around your eyes, the nose, the jaws. And bending the knees, bringing the knees into the chest, and rock a little bit from left to right. And roll onto your favorite side. And slowly come back up towards the seat, any seat what suits your body. And bringing both hands in front of your heart. And then bow your head towards your heart and just thank yourself for being present as much as it could, as much as you could do at this moment. And maybe we can practice also, to see life a little bit more as a game and make it a bit more playful. Because after all, the real yoga starts when the class has finished. Here it's all a practice. So let the games start. Namaste. I wish you a very, very nice day. Make the best out of it. Enjoy everything you can. Be playful, be happy, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.